So good morning, student. In last lecture, we also discuss about poverty line. And in poverty line, we also discuss about poverty line also estimated by government with the help of NSO. NSO also collecting different kind of survey all over India, and government also estimate a poverty line, above poverty line according to income and consumption. Those people have no any resource, no income, they have no different kind of food items. So this kind of person considered below poverty line. These criteria set by government in a particular country. And we also discuss about in global level, in international level. World Bank also set a criteria according to the poverty line. And in last lecture, we also discuss about 1.90 per dollar per person income in a per day. This income also fixed by World Bank. If any person not able to get $1.90 in per day, so this person also considered below poverty line. तो वर्ल्ड बैंक ने भी इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे एक पॉवर्टी लाइन सेट किया है और एवरी कंट्री आल्सो सेट ए पॉवर्टी लाइन अकॉर्डिंग देयर रिसोर्सेज. So in today's lecture, we also discuss about causes of poverty. What are the factor of poverty in our country? So dear student, we also know about different factor also responsible, different causes also responsible for poverty. We also aware about low level of economic development under the British colonial administration. Student, we also aware India also controlled by British government before 1947. In 8th standard, you also studies about different points. Starting phase, British are coming in our country as a trader. After some time, when they about the weakness of Indian rulers, Indian local rulers, they also start their political power in our country. And British are also occupied, British are also control our resources. British government also make different policies. British government also increase price of different raw materials. So in our country, Indian local weavers not able to purchase raw materials. So directly effect on goes on Indian local industries also, local home unit. We also discussed in 8th standard. Same happened also in agriculture field. ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट आल्सो नीड ओनली रेवेन्यूज, सिर्फ उनको टैक्स चाहिए. ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट आल्सो मेक डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रेवेन्यू सिस्टम. We also studies in last year, and British government not take any initiative for the betterment of Indian farmers. Just British government also need revenue time to time. So they also pressurize Indian peasants, and they also increase revenue time to time also. So these are the factors also responsible for poverty. And in the same time, during the time of British government not establish any large industry in our country, not contribute in the field of agriculture. So from the beginning, during the time of British government, Indian also faced lot of problems. And we also aware about जो ब्रिटिशर का मेन मोटिव था कि इंडिया के रिसोर्सेज को हायर करना और यहाँ की जितनी भी इकोनॉमी है उसको ब्रिटेन लेके जाना. तो ये एक इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर है इंडिया में. दिस इज द हिस्टोरिकल रीजन ऑफ पॉवर्टी इन अवर कंट्री. And according to this reason, we also face lot of problems. The failure at the both the fronts, promotion of economic growth and population controls, it be as we pursue this cycle of poverty. In upper phase, we also studies about during the time of British government, not economic growth, not a growth in the economic sector. इंडिया में कोई भी ग्रोथ नहीं हुआ बिकॉज ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट नॉट टेक एनी इनिशिएटिव. उन्होंने कोई इनिशिएटिव ही नहीं लिया. एंड वी आल्सो वेयर अबाउट पॉपुलेशन आल्सो इंक्रीज कंटिन्यूअसली. पॉपुलेशन बढ़ता चला गया और रिसोर्सेज हमारे डिस्ट्रॉय होते चले गए. सो वी अवेयर अबाउट कि हमारे यहाँ पे इनकम बढ़ा नहीं, पॉपुलेशन बढ़ती चली गई. सो इंक्रीज पॉवर्टी इन अवर कंट्री. एंड दिस प्रोसेस continuously during the time of British government to till 1980. After 1980, government also start different kind of system, different kind of schemes. Government also invest in the field of industry. So after 1980, some stability in our country in different kind of fields, decrease poverty, some ratio, some percentage also decrease. So these two main factor of poverty in our country. Another important factor, irregular small income. Dear student, we also aware about irregular small income also another factor of poverty. In chapter first, we also discuss about in our country starting of green revolution. With the starting of green revolution and government efforts, government also start different irrigation system in our country. Government ने यहाँ पे canal को बनाया. Government also start different kind of dam to provide it better irrigation facilities to farmer. So according to green revolution, some people also able to find job opportunities, but these job opportunities were limited in limited areas. Student, we also studies in chapter first. Totally impact of green revolution in Haryana, Punjab, and some part of Uttar Pradesh. So remaining part of our country not affected according to the green revolution. And effect of green revolution, of course, on industry, because industries also need raw materials. So with the efforts of green revolution, our farmer also produce more productivity, and industries also need raw materials. So many jobs also open in industrial sector, but this job not enough to provide job opportunity to every peoples in our country. हर आदमी को job opportunities नहीं मिला. We also aware about many peoples also willing to find job in industry. So in this all, many peoples also move village to town. They also want to job in industry, but every person not able to find job. So did provided some jobs, only few person also, but there were not enough to be absorb all the job seeker. हर आदमी को job नहीं मिला. So unable to find proper job in cities, many people started working as rickshaw puller. Many people start different kind of work also. We also aware about many people involved in construction worker also, domestic servant also. So this is irregular small income. These people could not afford expensive housing facilities. They also live in last place we also studies about in cities. Many people also live in overcrowded झुग्गीज. जब उनको जॉब नहीं मिलेगा, जब उनके पास रेगुलर इनकम नहीं होगा, तो वो कहाँ पे रहेंगे? Especially in overcrowded झुग्गीज. So they face lot of problems. They started living in slum area, outskirts of the cities, and problem of poverty. So this is another important factor, another important cause of poverty in regular small income. Another factor also, huge income inequalities. This is another factor of poverty. Means हमारे यहाँ पे income भी unequal है, not equally. Many people also discriminate. So huge income inequality, one of the major reason for this is the unequal distribution of land and other resources. कि हमारे यहाँ पे जो land और जो other resources हैं वो equally distribute नहीं है. Of course, government also take initiative. Land also equally distributed among the landless labor. But these efforts not implemented all over India. This is not effective by the most of the state government. हर state government ने इसको implement नहीं किया. So lack of land resources has been one of the major cause of poverty in India. Of course, government also make different policies. So need to be make government strict policies, strict rule and regulation, and proper implementation of the policy could be improve the life of the million of village peoples. अगर गवर्नमेंट स्ट्रिक्टली कुछ पॉलिसीज बनाए, जो लैंडलेस लेबर है उसको रिसोर्सेज प्रोवाइड कराए, मे बी पॉसिबल जो पॉवर्टी रेशो है इंडिया में वो डिक्रीज होगा. So huge income inequalities, and we also aware about कि जो हमारे यहाँ पे रिच पीपल हैं वो डे बाय डे उनकी ग्रोथ इनकम होती है, उनका जो ग्रो है आप देख सकते हो अंबानी, वी आल्सो अवेयर अबाउट एट प्रेजेंट, एंड पुअर पीपल्स आल्सो गो टू बी अगेन पॉवर्टी, जो गरीब है वो डे बाय डे गरीब होता चला गया, तो ये भी एक कॉज है पॉवर्टी का। अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट कॉज ऑफ पॉवर्टी इन अवर कंट्री, social cultural factor, these are important factor of poverty. Student, we also aware about social factors, social exclusion in the important reason for poverty in India. जो हमारा कंट्री है उसमें societies also divide according to caste system, and many peoples also ill treat, discriminated in our societies, especially backward class peoples. We also aware about they are not given to be job in the society, which become to the major cause of their poverties. उनको proper job नहीं मिलता because they are discriminate according to caste system. So social factor also responsible, and we also aware about in society, in our Indian society, women's also discriminate. This is social factor. Women's not treat equally. Women's को हम discriminate करते हैं. ये भी एक poverty का factor है. Another factor is the cultural factor. So people with a different culture and different language are not adjusted in job opportunity of other areas. Student, we also know about in our country formation of Indian state according to the language policies, and especially at present in Maharashtra, गवर्नमेंट ने वहां पे जॉब के लिए, गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स के लिए मराठी लैंग्वेज फिक्स कर दिया. सो दिस इज प्रॉब्लम्स. जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज अकॉर्डिंग टू बी लैंग्वेज. इन पंजाब पंजाबी कंपल्सरी, इन साउथ इंडिया तमिल तेलुगु कंपल्सरी. सो कल्चरल फैक्टर आल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल. So different person, if you are belong to be Haryana, if you want to be get a job in South India, you are not set there because it's the cultural differences between North India and South India. So this is another important factor of poverty in our country. Next factor is the economic factors. Student, we are aware about this is the most important factor, economic factors also in our country. Peoples, including the very poor, spend a lot of money. Small farmer need many money to buy agriculture inputs like seed, fertilizer, pesticide, etc. Because we are aware about every farmer need different kind of tools. And if this person also want to purchase these tools, so this person also need money. But this person have no money. So poor farmer also borrow money from big landlords, and landlord also charge huge interest rate. We also aware about according to this process, unable to repay because of poverty, they become victim of the indebtedness. वो कर्जदार होते चले गए. And we also aware in our country, especially in Maharashtra and Punjab, many farmer also commitment suicide, क्योंकि जो उन्होंने कर्जा लिया था वो उसको रीपे नहीं कर पाए. This is another factor of poverty in our country. And you also give many another example related to be poverty. In chapter 2, we also discuss about industrial unemployment and disguised unemployment also. Because in our country, of course, we also aware about huge population, and every people not able to get job according his capability. So this person also involved in different kind of job activities. So this is also factor of poverty. Landless farmer in our rural sector, हमें पता है कि गांव में सभी को जमीन नहीं है, so they also depend on another casual work. High level of indebtedness, हमें पता है कि कर्जदार है हमारे यहाँ पे, ये भी पॉवर्टी का एक रीजन है. स्लो ग्रोथ ऑफ जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी इन इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर, इंडस्ट्री सेक्टर में भी स्लो प्रोसेस है जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज का. एंड इंडस्ट्रीज आल्सो एक्सप्लॉइट वर्कर्स, दे नॉट गिवन टू बी प्रॉपर सैलरी, They also exploit according to the working hours. So this is another cause of poverty. Lack of skilled labor. Student, we also know about we also discussed in last chapter human resource skilled labor. So in our country, lack of skilled labor also. Industries also need skilled worker, but in our country, lack of skilled labor, lack of skilled education. Of course, present scenario at present, Indian government also change in education pattern. So this is the need of our society. So this is another reason of poverty. Lack of infrastructure. This is another important factor of poverty. Lack of infrastructure. Student, we also aware about in our country lack of transport facilities. Our buses, train is be overcrowded when we travel in this public transport and lack of communication system also. So these are the important factor of poverty in our country. If government also take initiative, so give different kind of facilities, reduce irregular incomes, so of course poverty also decrease in our country. Next part we continue in next lecture.